What if I told you there's a place in Southeast Asia where you can float through caves, kayak past towering limestone cliffs, chase hidden blue lagoons, and watch one of the most surreal sunsets of your life, all in one day? Welcome to Vang Vieng, one of the most unforgettable destinations in Laos. If you want one of the most insane views of the entire valley, hike up Xay Viewpoint. It's a bit of a climb, but the reward is worth it. The first part of the climb has stairs, the second part is mostly rocks, so wear sturdy shoes. At times it can be crowded, so head there early in the day or late in the afternoon. This was the moment that made me fall in love with Laos. Standing above the valley, it felt like the entire world slowed down. After the climb, head over to Blue Lagoon 1 or 2. You can either rent a bike or a scooter. If you rent a scooter, it enables you to visit Blue Lagoon 3 as well, if you want fewer crowds and a more adventurous vibe. Be aware that most of the lagoon is covered in shade in the afternoon though. Blue Lagoon 2 was in my opinion the most relaxed one and has a large area for sunbathing after the swimming. If you want some more hiking, you can also climb to the top of Silver Cliff. It is not included in any of the tours that are offered throughout the town, so you have to get there by yourself. Because of that, there will be almost no one on the climb, and with a bit of luck, you've got the entire viewpoint to yourself. No trip to Vang Vieng is complete without getting underwater. Whether it's in a kayak or on a tube, the Nam Song River runs right through town, surrounded by insane mountain views. Kayaking is included in pretty much every tour you can book in town. Tubing is a separate activity, popular among young people. For both kayaking as well as tubing, they drop you off a few kilometers north of Vang Vieng and you make your way back on the river towards the town, where the end station is. Jang Cave is located just south of Vang Vieng, next to a swimming lake with crystal blue water and with some swings and diving platforms. To get to Jang Cave, you have to climb 120 stairs, awarding you with great views over the surrounding area. You can also go cave tubing here. However, you can only enter the cave for a short distance and the overall experience felt a bit mediocre. Another adventurous activity is ziplining. You can do it on your own or as part of a group tour. There are dozens of ziplines all around Vang Vieng, so you don't have to book it in advance. The one I did was located in between Jang Cave and Blue Lagoon 1. Blue Lagoon 1 is the most popular of the lagoons. Situated in a beautiful environment, most of the people visiting the place stay in and around the water, but you should definitely hike up to one of the coolest caves in Laos, Jang Cave. Inside you'll find massive caverns, dramatic rock formations and even a hidden reclining Buddha statue. When I first came here, I underestimated how huge this cave was. It felt like discovering a secret world most travelers won't see. If you want some souvenirs or some clothing, head to Vang Vieng night market, which takes place every evening. One of the most iconic experiences here is a hot air balloon ride or paragliding over the valley. Both are the same price, but paragliding is a bit more adventurous. The normal price is between 40 and 50 US dollars. The ones that you can book online are more expensive. There's no need to book anything in advance, as both experiences are offered at all tourist agencies and most hotels throughout the town. Prices are much cheaper when you book it in Vang Vieng rather than online. Be aware that as of March 2026, both activities are currently halted as there was an incident. The Laos government is currently investigating what went wrong to make sure it will be safe again in the future. Next to all the active stuff, take a moment to soak up the culture and visit a small Wat Kang. Nothing too impressive, but it's free to visit. Years ago, Vang Vieng was known mostly for partying, but today it transformed into one of the most beautiful adventure destinations in Southeast Asia, and honestly, it might be one of the most underrated places you can visit right now. If you're planning a trip to Laos, save this video because you'll definitely need it when you arrive in Vang Vieng. And I'm curious, would you try the hot air balloon ride or jump straight into the blue lagoons first? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you'd love discovering underrated travel destinations, make sure to like the video, subscribe and share this with someone who you want to travel with.